The earliest recorded use of an unmanned aerial vehicle during a war was in July of 1849. The Austrian forces used a balloon carrier. It was the first offensive use of air power without any human intervention. The Austrian forces at that time were besieging the Italian city of Venice. They floated around 200 incendiary balloons, each carrying about 30 pounds worth of bombs that were to be dropped from the balloon with a time fuse over Venice. Now that was the earliest recorded use of drone technology or unmanned aerial vehicles. But drone technology has evolved leaps and bounds since then. The White House said this past week that Iran was gearing up to supply Russia with hundreds of drones, many of them armed. Putin is in Iran to meet with the country's new president, as also the Turkish president Recep Tayyip Erdogan. There's going to be a summit of the three heads of state. It was uncertain whether these deliveries had already started from Iran to Russia, but the United States believes that the training is all set to take place as early as this month. On Crux Decode, just what exactly are these drones that Iran intends to sell to Russia, and what impact might they have on the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine? Iran has a robust and varied drone ecosystem. It's been a major supplier of drones for decades. This has largely, of course, been driven by sanctions, because Iran has been unable to import military aircraft or drones. They are unable to build large combat jets, as a result of which Iran became a specialist in combat drones. Now, way back in 2014, military experts had noted that whether we like it or not, Iran is a drone power. Iran typically exports its drones to proxies like the Hezbollah or the Houthis in Yemen. Now, these terrorist groups use these drones to attack targets either in Israel or in Saudi Arabia. But it also supplies them on a more commercial basis to customers in Venezuela as well as in Ecuador, and also to some friendly states in Africa. Now, this thriving drone industry produces dozens of different kinds of drones, from large aircraft with a range of thousands of miles to hand-launched tactical models which are called loitering munitions. Now, this is what the White House statement said.
And that is that our information indicates that the Iranian government is preparing to provide Russia with up to several hundred UAVs, including weapons-capable UAVs, on an expedited timeline. Our information further indicates that Iran is preparing to train Russian forces to use these UAVs, with initial training sessions slated to begin as soon as early July. It's unclear whether Iran has delivered any of these UAVs to Russia already.
Now, this is what U.S. National Security Advisor also told reporters. Jake Sullivan, he spoke to reporters just before U.S. President Joe Biden left for a trip to the Middle East. Now, many commentators assumed from the numbers involved that these must be small surveillance drones, or what we referred to a moment ago as loitering munitions. But there's a couple of problems with that theory. One is that Russia already has plenty of small drones. In fact, the Orlan 10, or the Eagle, is the workhorse of the Russian drone fleet. With a wingspan of 10 meters and a flight time of up to 16 hours with a piston engine which almost sounds like a motor scooter, it efficiently locates targets for Russian artillery as well as rockets within 3 minutes. That is compared to the half an hour that's taken by other unmanned aerial vehicles. Now, while Russia has lost at least 70 Orlans so far, there may be as many as 2,000 that are currently